Good evening and welcome to the Money Show. I'm Kavita Thapliyal, and if it affects your wallet, your wealth or your financial future, you'll find it here. That's right. From savings and investments to taxes, insurance, retirement planning, and the biggest money headline of the day, we bring you the information you need to make better financial decisions with. Clear, practical, relevant. And this is the Money Show where your money makes sense. And this is the show where we also answer all your portfolio related queries. Just in case you want any help from us or from our experts, just send across your portfolio related questions on the WhatsApp number that's flashing on the screen, 865-797-4571. We also have an email ID, themoneyshow@etnow.tv. Do send across the details of your existing investment or anything about investment, insurance, credit card, loan, cryptocurrency. We have the panel of best experts who can help you out with all kind of strategies on this show. But let's begin with something very important, and let's imagine a scenario. Imagine this: a medical emergency strikes your family. Your child's school fees are due, or an unexpected expense suddenly appears. You have lakhs of rupees sitting in your Provident Fund account, but accessing that money means filing claims, waiting for approvals, or going through a lengthy process. Now imagine if withdrawing your PF money became as simple as sending money through UPI or maybe using an ATM. Now, it does sound futuristic, but that is exactly why the government's proposed EPFO 3.0 reforms are generating so much attention, and that's not the only change taking effect this month. That's right. From LPG cylinder prices to income tax filing deadlines to Aadhaar updates, passport fees, and credit card rules, several important changes could impact your finances and your daily life. So today, let's break this down, what has changed and what it means for you, and why EPFO 3.0 is being called one of the biggest reforms for salaried employees in years. So the biggest story of the day is EPFO 3.0, and let's begin with the headline grabbing the most attention. EPFO stands for Employees Provident Fund Organization. It manages the retirement savings of millions of salaried workers across India. Every month, a portion of an employee's salary goes into the PF account, creating a financial safety net for their future, mostly retirement. For many families, this is one of their largest long-term savings pools. But while accumulating money in the PF account is straightforward, accessing it during emergencies hasn't always been easy. And that's where EPFO 3.0 comes in. What is the problem with the current system? Let's just dive into that first, and let's take an example. Suppose you work in a private company and have accumulated 5 lakhs in your PF account. One day a medical emergency arises and you need funds urgently. Now today, typically you have to submit a claim, upload documents, complete verification procedures and wait for processing. While many claims are settled relatively quickly, the process can still feel cumbersome when money is needed immediately. The government believes technology can significantly simplify this experience. Now, what exactly is happening in EPFO 3.0? In simple terms, it is a major digital modernization initiative. The idea is to transform the Provident Fund system in the same way that banking has evolved over the last decade. Now, think about how banking worked years ago. People had to visit branches for basic transactions. Today, most banking activities happen on smartphones within seconds. EPFO wants to move in a similar direction. The goal is to make PF services faster, simpler, and more user-friendly. Why is everyone talking about UPI-based PF withdrawals? UPI has become one of India's largest digital success stories. From small street vendors to large businesses, billions of transactions now happen through UPI every month. The proposed reforms aim to integrate PF withdrawals more closely with India's digital payment ecosystem. In practical terms, eligible subscribers could potentially receive PF funds much faster through digital channels. For For employees, that means less paperwork, fewer delays, and a smoother experience. Now, this is why the proposal has attracted enormous public interest. Now, what about the ATM facility? Another phrase that generated headline was PF withdrawal through ATM. Naturally, many people assume the EPFO would issue a dedicated ATM card. At the moment, the final implementation details are still evolving. However, the broader objective is very clear. The government wants PF withdrawals to become as convenient as accessing money from a bank account, whether this happens through UPI, ATM-linked infrastructure, or another digital mechanism. The focus is on reducing friction and improving accessibility. Faster claim settlements could be a game changer. One of the significant aspects of the reform involves automated claim processing. Traditionally, smaller claims could be processed through auto settlement mechanisms. Now, the threshold for such automated processing is being expanded. This means larger number of eligible claims could be approved without extensive manual intervention. For subscribers, the benefits are obvious: less paperwork, less waiting, faster access to money, and during emergency, speed really matters. So, also let's understand through a real life example, just in case you haven't yet. Imagine a salaried employee named Amit. Now, he works in Mumbai and has accumulated almost 6 lakh in the PF account. Suddenly, his father requires surgery. The hospital asked for immediate payment. Under traditional system, Amit would need to file a claim and wait for processing. The vision behind EPFO 3.0 is to reduce these delays significantly. Now, the idea is simple. When people need their own money during genuine emergencies, accessing it should be quick and efficient, and that is why many experts see EPFO 3.0 as a potential transformative reform. Now, are there any concerns? Definitely, of course. Whenever financial systems become more digital, security becomes major consideration. Experts point out that several safeguards will be essential. This includes strong Aadhaar verification, updated KYC information, verified bank accounts, enhanced cybersecurity protection, system to prevent fraud and unauthorized withdrawals. After all, PF savings represents years of hard-earned income. Protecting those savings must remain a top priority. What should employees do right now? Even before the new features are fully rolled out, EPF subscribers should ensure that their UAN is active, Aadhaar is linked correctly, mobile numbers are updated, bank account details are verified, KYC requirements are fully completed. Now, these steps can help users take advantage of future digital services without complications. Now, let's move on, and other major changes effective from July 1st. Let's look at the other important developments affecting consumers. Now, first, commercial LPG cylinders have become cheaper. The price of 19-kilogram commercial LPG cylinder has been reduced, and this is definitely a welcome news for restaurants, hotels, cafes, caterers, and small businesses that rely heavily on commercial gas usage. While domestic LPG prices remain largely unchanged, lower commercial fuel cost could eventually provide some relief to businesses. Income tax return deadline approaching. If you are a salary taxpayer, this is a reminder worth paying attention to. The deadline for filing income tax returns remains one of the most important financial dates of the year. Every year, millions of taxpayers wait until the last minute. Now, this often leads to website congestion, errors, and unnecessary stress. Financial experts continue to advise taxpayers to complete filings well before the deadline. Aadhaar update relief. Now, there is also a relief for Aadhaar holders. Certain Aadhaar update services have become easier and more accessible. This is expected to benefit millions of users whose contact information requires updating for smoother access to digital services. Passport fees increase. Now, that's very important for all those who want to travel internationally. So if you're planning an international trip, applying for overseas education, considering opportunities abroad, then this change really matters. Passport fees have been revised upward, meaning applicants may have to pay more than before for fresh passports for renewals. New rules for HDFC credit card users. HDFC Bank has revised conditions for certain premium benefits, including airport lounge access. Customers may now need to meet spending requirements before becoming eligible for complimentary access. Now, the change reflects a broader industry trend of linking premium benefits to card usage levels. Now, SBI credit card rewards changes. SBI card users should also pay attention to this. Certain co-branded credit cards now operate under revised reward structures. Now that means some transactions may earn fewer rewards than before. Cardholders should review updated terms carefully to avoid surprises. Stronger protection for banking customers. RBI has also introduced measures aimed at reducing financial mis-selling. Mis-selling occurs when customers are persuaded to purchase products they may not need or fully understand. The new framework seeks to improve transparency and ensures that customers receive products appropriate to their needs. Now, this could lead to greater trust and accountability across the banking sector. So what's the bottom line? When we look at all of these developments together, a clear pattern emerges. India is moving towards faster, more digital, more customer-friendly financial services. But among all the changes announced this month, EPFO 3.0 stands out. Why? Because it affects the requirement which is for retirement savings of millions of working Indians. For many households, PF savings represents financial security, emergency support and future stability. So if PF withdrawals eventually become as seamless as UPI transactions and claim settlements become significantly faster, it could mark a major shift in how employees access their own savings. And that's exactly why EPFO 3.0 has become the biggest financial story of the month. All right, so that was all about the big changes this month that's affecting your pocket, your earnings, your savings, and your investments. But with that, it's also time for a short break, and post that, let's begin with our very special Women's Wednesday edition. Samisha, our guest on the show, will be joining to answer all of your portfolio queries after this break.